And now GMA's Recession Rescue. You know that having bad credit makes it hard to do things like buy a home or get a loan. But did you know it can also cost you a job? A recent survey conducted by Visa found that only 20% of Americans know that employers can legally refuse to hire job applicants just because of their credit history. Here's one woman's story. Julie Lawrence interviewed for a job in March that combined her backgrounds in finance and human resources. She was ecstatic. She was led to believe she was about to receive a job offer. But first, the hiring company said it needed to do a background check.
Unbeknownst to me, that organization wanted credit reports run. This company disqualified me from further consideration for the job based on things on my credit report.
Julie ultimately did not get the job because she had 2 delinquent credit card bills that totaled around $8,000.
To get disqualified for something that had nothing to do with my ability to do my job was devastating.
Julie is hardly alone. Each year, thousands of workers are passed over for jobs they are otherwise qualified for, owing to bad credit histories. As the economy worsens, many analysts worry that more and more job seekers will find themselves in Julie's shoes, passed over for a job because of poor credit. As for Julie, she says she has learned from her mistake. She's working to straighten out her credit report and bring her finances under control so that bad credit will never again cost her a job.
To have this happen, to be disqualified because of something that might be 5 or 8 years old, it was totally avoidable on my part.
So what should you do to keep your hat in the employment ring, regardless of your credit history? Tori Johnson is our workplace contributor, CEO of Women for Hire. She's got some advice for us this morning. Good to have you back. And you hire people. Why do employers? Why would you look at someone's credit history?
They're looking at a couple of things for certain positions. So specifically, the amount of debt that you carry, the number of delinquencies, the number of bad accounts. And they're using that as one measure of somebody's judgment and character. And it's specific to positions where you're going to have access to finances or any type of money management, whether it's a cashier, a payroll manager, a financial planner, or if you are in a position where you're going to have access to merchandise, highly confidential information, or trade secrets. You can expect to undergo that level of scrutiny. And sort of the theory is that if you can't manage your finances, is it a sign of irresponsibility? Fair or not, that's what employers are looking at. And
people have to know, and a few people will, more than a few will probably be surprised that it's legal. It's
totally legal.
Totally legal to check your credit.
The only thing is an employer must have, under federal law, our permission to conduct these checks. And most people don't realize that when they're signing an employment application, they're not reading all of the fine print. Right. And many times in that fine print, it's specifically saying there that we give our consent, our permission for an employer to conduct this type of check. And when they do, and they get a copy of a report, you are entitled to a copy of that report as well.
All right, so let's say you know you have bad credit and you've applied for this really good job. What should you do?
Couple of things. First is check your credit report. Even if you're not looking right now for a position, all of us are entitled to a free credit report once a year. You should know what's on that report. And if you see mistakes, work on fixing them now.